I am with the University of North Alabama in their elementary education department, and we'll be partnering up with the community for any students who need some lessons at home while we're all quarantined during this pandemic. But today I'll be teaching on taking apart 2D objects. This lesson came to me when we were having dinner last night, actually. It was my family's pizza dinner. We have pizza once a week, just so we can get together, talk about our week and everything, what's going on. So I thought about it and I was like, well, if I'm doing this, maybe I can help my students and help those in the community think of different ways to think of taking apart 2D objects. So we're gonna first start with this cami that I made. It's really easy to make if you don't have an anchor chart at home, or if you're not a teacher, you can easily make a PDF and you can have this come up. But I entitled this, if I had an anchor chart, I would have made it and said, let's break it down. And so one of our I can statements or learning targets is I can take apart two-dimensional shapes and make them into different parts. Okay, so I want you to imagine you're at your favorite pizza restaurant, you're ordering, and you get one huge pizza. Like imagine you're at Pie Factory and you get a huge pizza. But there are, let's say you and your best friend go and you want to make sure they both have equal parts or two equal halves. Right down below the pizza that I drew out, I included some vocab words that we're going to go over. Halves is two equal parts of a whole. So you can either get your own pizza or just imagine it or draw out your own on a piece of paper like I have here in the classroom. I would provide students with little cutouts and they could also do it themselves. But right now I want you to work it through with me. So if I wanted two halves equal, so my friend and I could both have some, would I move my thing to be, would I move it to be right here, right there, or right here? Take a second and look at it, and do you think the black line, the blue line, or the green line is right to have two equal halves of your pizza that you're sharing with your best friend? When you think of it, if you look at this circle, if you could fold it in half, that's why I would suggest you have a piece of paper as a circle and you can show it, fold it in half so that they match up perfectly. You'll see that the blue line, as best as I could, is in the middle so that there are two equal halves to the pizza. So you and your best friend just demolished that pizza. Like best pizza ever, Pie Factory. I mean, who wouldn't love it? So you and your best friend ordered another one because let's say it's Pie Day and it's free pizza or discounted pizza. So you and your friend got another one, so it's still in that half. But let's say you had to share it with your parents. Bummer, right? You had a whole half of a pizza at first. Now you have to share it, but you have to share. That's how it goes. So would you make it into fourths? Since there are 4 different people, you want everyone to have the same amount, right? Yes. Well, when you make something into fourths, like down below, right here, um, fourths is when you divide something into 4 equal parts. So would you make a line there so your parents could have that much? I don't know. I love pizza. Make it here, just about. Or would you make it right there. I'll give you a second so you can think about it. Now, is the black line, the green line, or the red line the correct position for it to be put into fourths? If you chose the green line, you're correct. This makes the pizza into 4 equal parts, almost the same amount of pepperonis too, so that each person, your mom, your dad, or anyone you're with, and your best friend can all have a slice of pizza. But when we take these off, your pizza doesn't already come in parts, does it? What is it when it is first comes out fresh out of the oven, no cuts in it? Is it broken? Is it in parts? No, because we just learned how to put them into 2 equal parts and 4 equal parts. So the word that we would use to describe the pizza when it first comes out of the oven is whole, because it is all together and unbroken. So there's no flaw in it. It's just a perfectly circular pizza. Okay, so next, on your own, you can get your own paper just around the house, tear out of your notebooks if you have any, and I want you to fold it. You're going to need 2 pieces in half. So you can easily take marker, pencil, anything you need, and draw a circle. Make sure that circle is around the half. So parents or whoever you're with can draw your circle on the paper. Make sure you fold it in half. And then you can get your student, you can do this. You can please color in the top half of your paper. And then I want you to do the same thing, but only color in half of the bottom. So you can fold it again. Fold the circle in half again. And I want you to only color in half of the bottom. So half of the bottom would be 1/4 of the whole circle. And then when you do that, you will have the top part colored in and the bottom part colored in. And you should have 1 part left. So on your own, I want you to tell me how much that part is. Since your circle is broken up into even parts, you should be able to count those even parts and tell me how much of the circle is not colored in, or how much of the pizza, if you want to think about it that way, or cake, is not eaten. Okay, and then finally, I have a few questions. So again, I have my piece of paper here. I'm going to fold it into 4 parts. I have So I folded my paper into 4 equal parts. And so for these 4 parts, are they equal? Are they all fourths of the paper? No, they're not equal. Because remember, when you make something go into fourths, you make them all equal fourths. So this part's bigger than this tiny little part. So what do I need to do for my paper to be folded into 4 equal parts? How should I fold it? So on your own, and for some, I guess, homework and stuff you can work on, I want you to just grab a paper, or go to a pizza restaurant, order pizza from Domino's or Pizza Hut, any of your favorites. And I want you to show me how you, one, folded your paper in 4 equal parts, and two, I want you to try to cut your pizza and make sure that everyone in your family has equal parts, or just you and your friend if you want. But thank y'all for listening in, and I hope everyone is staying safe on this pandemic weather. But I'm so glad that we get to do this with y'all. And if y'all need any more help, a ton of our other people in our major and profession have been working on tons of different ways to get information and lessons out to y'all. So thank you for tuning in.